Big news, AFTV are coming to Ghana. We are coming to Ghana in Africa between the 6th and 12th of February, and we're going to be meeting Ghanaian Arsenal fans and doing a watch party around the West Ham versus Arsenal football game. You do not want to miss this, so Ghana, get ready. We are coming. AFTV.
Hi, and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with fans who be linked with January transfer move to Arsenal. Hi, and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that be linked with a January transfer move to Arsenal. The transfer window is nearing closure, closing on the 1st of February. So only a few days to go now, Thursday at 11 p.m. UK time. And that's when the transfer window will be shut. Will Arsenal bring anybody in? Will we still have a manager at that time? Absolute frenzy last night when this story broke from Sport outlet over there in Spain, that they claimed that Mikel Arteta had said his goodbyes and told people close to him that he's leaving Arsenal at the end of the season to join Barcelona as their new manager. Of course, Barcelona going to be without a manager at the end of the season because Xavi, who won the league for them last year, is stepping down come the end of the season. And obviously, I spoke about it on yesterday's show, and I said speculation is going to be big for Mikel Arteta. He has grown up through the Barcelona, the La Masia famous academy. He is kind of Barcelona through and through, right? And it was obvious that he was going to get linked to this job, and it came quicker than, well, the links were there, but this rumour, huge rumour, came quicker than everybody expected. I had people calling me last night saying to me, Robbie, is this true? Tell me this is not true. He's going. And I'm like, who says he's going? Oh, this outlet says he's going. I said, listen, if you know how it works over in Spain, there's several sort of outlets that work for some of these clubs. Well, loosely I say that, but they will push things for these clubs. And I just straight away, without even doing any investigation, I was like, nah, I can't see it happening. But since then, there's been loads and loads of reports from very esteemed journalists, very close to Mikel Arteta, who've come out and said this is absolute rubbish. I'm actually recording this show at this time ahead of Mikel Arteta's press conference, which he's having today for Arsenal ahead of the game against Nottingham Forest. But I'm sure he'll confirm that he is not leaving Arsenal Football Club. Indeed, Arsenal currently trying to tie him down to a brand new 2-year contract. He's still contracted to Arsenal, and he is not intending to leave Arsenal. Big job to be done here still at Arsenal. You never know. I think maybe one day he could end up at Barcelona. But right now, and this is going to sound weird to a lot of people, Arsenal's a much better proposition right now than Barcelona. Barcelona are a club with a lot of problems, financial issues. They're not able to buy the usual superstars they normally buy. They got that big charge hanging them over them right now about the referees and, the suspected bribery of refs and stuff like that. Wouldn't be the greatest job to take on right now. And as you can see from that job, they have a lot less patience, even though Xavi has decided to resign, but they have a lot less patience with their managers than they have here in the UK. I mean, he won the league last season, Xavi, and I know, as I said, he's stepping down, but no doubt if he hadn't have got them, into a top, position to win some sort of trophy this year, he'd probably be gone. A lot of people say Arsenal should be the same, but listen, there is a case for showing patience in managers, and Mikel Arteta has been doing a great job at Arsenal, but he is not going anywhere, so don't worry yourself about that. Funny enough, on the subject of Barcelona, one of their players that we've been very heavily linked with this month is Sergi Roberto, the midfield player, versatile, can also play as well as a defensive midfielder. He can play right back, he can play attacking midfield, he can play all over, very experienced player as well. He was linked with Arsenal very early on in the transfer window, and then those rumours kind of went quiet. However, rumours are starting to hot up again now because Barcelona have decided not to renew his contract at the end of the season. His contract is expiring. Xavi, as a matter of fact, wanted him to stay on and to get a new contract, but Barcelona decided they're not going to renew his contract. So could Arsenal try and move for a loan deal for him before the end of the transfer window? One to keep an eye on, although I would say the big sticking point in that one is that he's actually injured at the moment. He got injured in that now infamous game where they lost 4-2 in the Copa del Rey against Athletic Club. See, he's out for a couple of weeks, and would Arsenal really want to go and sign an injured player on loan? We've done it in the past. Kim Kallstrom, remember him. But he has been linked with a move again to Arsenal. Ousmane Diomande, now he's going to be playing tonight in the African Cup of Nations. The Ivory Coast, that's his country, are taking on big task tonight, taking on Senegal with a hope that the host nation can possibly progress, taking on Senegal, who won AFCON last time. And a bowler outlet over there in Portugal claim that Arsenal are sending scouts once again to watch him. They've been scouting him heavily. They're very interested in him. Only young. Centre-back, plays for sport in Lisbon. Arsenal very, very interested in him indeed. Probably more of a summer move. He's got this big release clause attached to him. But Arsenal sending scouts to go and watch him tonight. Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall of Leicester. Now, I spoke about this one the other day, that it was David Ornstein who broke the story that, Brentford, Brighton, all these teams looking to try and sign him this January transfer window. And Arsenal, it was David Ornstein who said that Arsenal also big admirers of him, very interested as well. Now, Leicester have apparently slapped a 40 million price tag on Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall. Well, I'm not too sure about if he's worth anything near that. But they've slapped that price tag on him. As I said, several clubs interested in signing. I think Fulham as well are another club that are interested in. He didn't play at the weekend in their game. They played in the FA Cup against Birmingham, and he didn't play in the game. His manager was saying, listen, it was all down to the fact we got a game on Tuesday, so I rested him. However, it's quite common knowledge that Leicester, they got fears over the profit and sustainability rules, and they will have to sell somebody. And will get a lot of money in for him, even though he is very integral to their push to try and get back into the Premier League. Well, will Arsenal be involved in it? I can't see it right now. If there is anything to do with this player, I think you're talking more something to do in the summer. I wouldn't be surprised if Leicester sold him right now as well, even though they could do with a cash. Thomas Partey has also been linked with a move away. Now, he's just come back from injury. He's been in full training. Hoping to see him in the squad for the game against Nottingham Forest tomorrow night. He's been linked with two Spanish clubs, Atletico Madrid, of course, who he used to play for, and he has also been linked with a move to Real Sociedad. But Fabrizio Romano saying yesterday that both of these rumours are just rumours, and that neither of those clubs are going to try and make a move for him this January transfer window. The summer's different. I do think that Thomas Partey is going to get moved on in the summer. But for now, Arsenal not looking to sell him, and he should be a big part of the second half of the season for Arsenal if they can keep this guy fully fit. And what about this one? This is a rumour regarding Charles Sago Jr. Now, you would have remembered this youngster. He played in the Carabao Cup game against Brentford earlier on in the season. I've got to say, he looked really good. Left winger, looked really, really talented. Immediately came in and just looked at home. And that's always great when you see a young player gets his chance, comes in, doesn't look out of place. We haven't seen him since. He's figured in a couple of squads, but he's not got a start since. Now, Sunderland are looking to take him on loan this January from now till the end of the season. That'd be a good move for him. Sunderland pushing for the Premier League, big club as well. You'd be playing in front of like 40,000 fans. Lots of expectation. I think that would be a great move for him. Remember last year they had Diallo from Man United. Charles Sago Jr. could be heading there, and I think that would be a great move in his development. We've seen a lot of our players You know, Saka was on loan at Watford. You know, we remember Smith Rowe was on loan at Huddersfield. Done them the world of good and really came back stronger players after that stint in the Championship. Let's hope it can be the same for Charles Sago Jr. So those are the rumours for today. It's been a quiet transfer window so far. Will anything happen in the last couple of days? On this day, I think in 2020, we signed Pablo Mari. And again, that was completely out of the blue. Could we get something like that before the end of the transfer window? Let's wait and see. Shots, of course, on Thursday. Thanks for watching the show, and I'll see you tomorrow.